Hello everyone, welcome to your reading. If you felt called to click on this video, there are likely some messages in here that are meant for you. If you want, you can feel free to give me some permission to read your energy, set some intentions for this reading. I just want to say before we get into the cards that you guys are likely in Aries, and they did also point out that your numbers 6 and 10 are pertaining to dates. Okay, so something happened on the 6th or the 10th of the month that I see was not particularly positive, and that's what your reading is going to be highlighting today. You are also represented by the lamb. The lamb is a very helpless, spiritual, pure animal, and it feels like sometimes it's it's reliant on its environment. It can't really always help itself on its own. Perhaps that's how you're feeling right now. And let's just get into your reading without any further ado. I have your cards pulled. There are some things in here that are obviously pertaining to sorrow. And I just want to say that whoever did this was very cruel. The Page of Swords in reverse is representing your person. Very just outrageous is what I would say. So let's get into it. Okay, so where I see you're at right now is you feel like you have to completely start over. It can feel like what was your silver lining, the thing that you loved, the thing that made you stick out about other people was the lamb spirit. It was the purity, the innocence, the naiveness, right? Expecting everyone to treat you how you treat them, and knowing that you don't deserve bad treatment, so why would you ever expect that, That was your energy of giving people that essence, right? Your spiritual essence was extremely strong when you went into this connection, and that is definitely something to be proud of, right? Purity is a thing that you want to be proud of, and it's really sucks that this person took advantage of that. And I feel like there was a very irrational dispute where they were coming at you and your character. I'm gonna try and tap into why exactly. Okay, I'm feeling like there was something else going on in their life, and you were like the soundboard, and they were very angry about another situation. And first it was probably venting about that, but then it was like the more you listened and the more that you were there for this person, it was like it doesn't even make sense, obviously, but then it was like they turned to another reason to be upset, and they just started poking at you, and then that unleashed this really nasty argument, dispute, that it was like then you became the target, right? But you're not even the one that poked them. It was something else that was happening in their life, and that's what provoked them. And this person just doesn't know what to do with their emotions. Like, they're a loose cannon. You were obviously seeing this throughout the relationship, and this was something where they were definitely seeing you as someone who is a healer, who it does have a lot of empathy, and in their worst times you were there for them, and you didn't judge them for the way that they handle their emotions, which is terrible, by the way. They handle their emotions terribly, but they saw that you were always going to be there to love them either way, and at the very least accept the behavior and move on, and not let it destroy their relationship or whatever. And it seems like they just abused that. They took it as, oh, well, she's okay with me being this, or he, she, whatever you are. She's okay with me being like this version of myself, so I can be more like this, and I can grow, and I can be more malice, right? And it was like he took advantage of something that It's definitely a good quality to be that way in a relationship, of understanding, empathetic when your partner's having a bad day. You're there for them. But someone exploiting that is just, like, I'm really empathizing with you right now, because that was a beautiful trait. When you're with the right person, it will be received in the right way. But this person was obviously just very immature. Like, so out of, curiosity, I just want to hear what my shadow deck has to say about this person. Shadow deck, can we pull some cards on the Page of Swords in reversed? Hopefully give you some clarity that, the traits of this person are not positive. Envy, remind yourself that no one has it all. It's okay to celebrate other successes. You truly are good enough. Okay, so they're showing me this may be why they were a loose cannon. They're showing me that they put a lot of emphasis on the physical realm of, like, money, status. They're very narrow-minded. It says you have a limited outlook on perspective and thoughts. What makes you think your thoughts are solid gold? Yeah, they have a very big ego. It was like, them seeing you be supportive of all parts of them led them to, instead of growing their good parts, they saw themselves as, like, the king of everything, and everything about them is perfect, and so they can be worse because they're gonna be loved either way. And that's just, like, it's gonna come back to them, like, I promise. It's, karma is a very real thing, but it sucks that you got the brunt end of it. So what I was seeing with this situation is that this person was making you feel very depressed, okay? And there was something where you didn't feel supported in this relationship. They were probably giving you backhanded compliments, coming for your character time to time, and just not giving you a sense of love like you were giving them. And so you eventually turned your way on this person. It couldn't have, maybe it was physically, maybe it could have been, in other realms. And Spirit has been telling me that this was supposed to bring you closer to the spiritual realm. Okay, so if you've been getting inklings to meditate more, or to get in touch with your emotions and stuff like that, it's likely because that's how your spirit team is talking with you. And that's what this is nudging you, I guess, to at least consult with the spirit team if you cannot find solace in the people around you in real life. And what I was seeing is that you were turning your way to a different path. You were wanting to be rid of this person's influence on you, right? And I feel that right when you were trying to at least give this person kind of a reality check of you're not going to be there for them in every step of the way if the steps are not in the right direction, that is when there was this really big sense of betrayal. I almost feel like they could have even cheated. It was just something that was like, whoa, like, completely blind. I feel like it was shocking, as opposed to just normally what you were dealing with, disputes of anger and, depressive episodes, stuff like that. But this feels different. This feels like it was very abrupt, and it was a surprise, and it was... I'm just seeing that they were not empathetic at all. Like, if you express to them, like, this is so wrong, like, how could you do this? Like, can you at least apologize? I almost feel like they weren't even capable of seeing that it was wrong, and that's what really hurt, because it was like, whoa, like, what kind of brain chemistry do you have if you can't even fathom how wrong this is? And that was kind of like this big breakthrough where I feel like you then became very logical, and because you saw their reaction to that and you saw that there's actually something wrong with them and their brain, like, I feel like this person, they've got something wrong with them, okay? And I'm not just talking about they're not healed and they had trauma. No, like, I feel like they were born with some type of, like, thing that doesn't matter how good they have it, they're always going to be some type of way. And I feel like you saw this by the way they responded, and so you took it and turned it into this closure that that's them, right? And that's how they perceive things. And I feel like you always knew it had nothing to do with you as a person, but you loved them maybe out of I feel like you loved them because the way you love yourself is you accept yourself in all parts of you. Like the lamb is a very self-loving spirit because it's pure, and so it's not egoic. It loves itself because it generally is worthy of love. And because you see yourself in that way, I feel like, that's how you love others, because that's how everyone is. How you love yourself is how you love others. And so then you saw him as worthy, right? And everybody says everyone's worthy of love, but I honestly think that loving the wrong people can be destructive, right? So this person had it very good, the fact that you were still standing by them when they were in this terrible energy of obviously mental illness or something like that. But they were not able to be helped or cured by that love. And instead, I feel like they turned it, and I feel like there was a really big breakthrough when they turned it into this. It gave you that realization, okay, this is who they are, right? And so I feel like right now you're feeling very intelligent, you're feeling very detached. I feel like you were very connected to the spiritual realm. Everything that you're getting through your mind of, oh, this is, like, maybe you're even thinking, oh, this person has this type of disorder, or this is why they did this, because there's something up with the way they perceive reality, stuff like that. That is likely coming through your spiritual team talking with you, and it's giving you a sense of, like, understanding psychology, understanding that this was for the state of observation, right? To observe different things about different people to make you wiser. Because I am seeing you have gained a lot from this. And there is a lot to still unfold. I'm seeing right now you're probably confused about what to do with this information, what to do with the situation, but just know it gave you a really big sense of maturity. You did not take this personal at all, and you saw it very objectively of what is wrong with this person in themselves. And that was the point of this. It was to give you that sense of maturity, because I feel, like I said, when you went into this relationship, you were very open to loving of all different types of people. And Spirit wanted you to know that, like, there's nothing wrong with that, but here's a logical reason of why you shouldn't do that. And so they had to give it to you in a situation for you to learn that lesson. And that's what this was about, because they didn't want to, destroy your ability to love. They just wanted to kind of give you a logical explanation so that you can take that with you in the future and whatever you decide to do with this experience, be single, get in a new relationship, whatever, this is going to mean something. This sense of maturity gave you a boundary that, yes, you're pure and you have this very high sense of love, but it's only for people that are deserving of it. Okay, so right now I'm seeing that there's 2 different ways you could go. You're thinking of different things you can do about this situation. I'm feeling like there's a big opening of energy right now of where you see yourself. Like, you get to be who you are now, right? You get to be, you with your traits, and no one's going to tell you that they're not worthy or stuff like that. And I also feel like you're looking at the positive side of the opportunities, and you're also looking at the healing you need to do, and you're looking at the past as well. So there's a lot going on here, but like I said, this is definitely bringing you closer to the spiritual realm, because this situation is giving you a sense of communication with the other side that you didn't probably have as strongly before. right? Because that's where you had to turn to, I feel like, for your insight about the situation. It may have came through dreams, it may have came through signs, or, you know, readings. So what I am seeing is that even if you feel your energy is out of whack right now, they're saying that you can rely on the spiritual realm to fix that. If you're meditating, your energy is going to come back to how it was before. And it's going to give you, again, a higher sense of maturity, a bigger boundary with your energy. And that's really when this lamb spirit can flourish, when it has protection, right? So what I am seeing is that, you know, there was definitely a damage to who you were before of this loving spirit with no boundaries. That was pushed away, it's in the past, it did not have a purpose for your future, and that was experienced in this situation to give you that sense of protection for future endeavors, the rest of your human experience. And they're saying that there is a reconnection to your spiritual essence because of these boundaries that need to be instilled. So if you are feeling called to meditate, to talk with them personally, that is going to give you every sense of clarity, every sense of healing you need, so that instead of looking at the past, looking at the healing you need to do, you'll only be looking at opportunities one day. And there are going to be a lot of opportunities opening up for you after this situation has completely made itself out, right? So I'm really sorry that this happened. This was obviously very tumultuous, but it is going to give you this very beautiful new beginning, what I'm feeling, and I hope that this reading gave you some clarity, some insight to the situation. Let me know if this resonated, if you feel called to do so, and have a lovely rest of your day.